with many of the developments in the country today in regard to this attack on the United States. We're going to begin with reports because it is the most recent news for everybody in the country about the airports in New York City, because they have again been closed because of a possible security threat. ABC's John Miller is with us to do that. John.
Peter, this is a fast-breaking event right now, and we don't know exactly what it means because federal investigators who are probing it right now aren't certain what the significance is, but they're nervous enough about things to put a stop on things. All this stems from two men detained at JFK Airport. The men, both Saudi Arabian nationals, first aroused attention when they presented tickets for a cross-country flight that were dated 9/11, Tuesday, the day that the flights were hijacked and crashed into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Investigators were called and began to question them. The men said they were airline pilots and presented pilot licenses. That aroused more suspicions because of the background of this story that you all already know. They've been taken to a police facility at Kennedy Airport. They are being questioned still. Earlier today, and authorities are wondering if these events may not fit together, and we may have some videotape of this. At LaGuardia Airport, there was a brief evacuation. 3 men were arrested, or I shouldn't say arrested, were taken into custody there to be detained and questioned when they showed up at the airport with baggage marked crew. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News that their story about being crew for an airline also did not check out. So right now, investigators are trying to sort through who are the 2 men who are being detained at Kennedy Airport, trying to pass themselves off as airline pilots. Where were they going and why were their tickets from Tuesday? And who were the 3 men at LaGuardia Airport who had baggage marked crew who, according to authorities, apparently don't work for an airline.
Can we absolutely confirm that these men, or at least some men, were in airline uniforms who should not have been in airline uniforms?
No, that's an early report, and I think we can put our finger on it. It came from an airline pilot's website. I think what happened was when the story started to circulate around the airport that the men tried to pass themselves off as pilots, someone gleaned that they were dressed as pilots. In fact, they tried to identify themselves with these licenses as pilots to law enforcement authorities who questioned them, and that made them more suspicious. So they're trying to sort that out.
But it does reflect that people are spooked.
It does, and of course, I mean, to get down to the bottom line, what authorities are fearing, why they are reacting out of an abundance of caution, is the theory that perhaps we are being probed again, perhaps other teams, and it's not to suggest that the men we showed on tape are terrorists or anything. We're not there yet. They're certainly innocent until even accused of something, but the concern is that we're being probed again, that people are trying to pass themselves off as airline employees or crew members to get past security, and of course in this week that's something that's making everybody nervous.
What else you got?
The investigation, of course, has widened today. They are going through flight schools across the country, checking the names of students with a particular eye towards foreign students. Where did they come from? Where did they say they were going? What licenses did they obtain? Where are they now? The FBI wants to talk to them. Checking rent-a-car records across the country, matching them against names they've developed in the investigation. The main focus right now, outside of the rescue recovery effort, is to find out what individuals who may still be alive are out there who could have acted in support of this, and are there any other teams out there that attempted this that might try it again.
Thanks very much, John Miller. The President